Famous magic tricks revealed. How they actually work, part 2. Magic is the so-called unruliness of nature and science. The depiction of impossibility seems to be possible in stage magic. Magicians have figured out the art of making or producing peculiar tricks whereby supernatural entities and powers have said to be at work. These crafts have been utilized for both amusement and deceit. Before we go any further, please like and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get new excellent updates only us can provide. Without turning this into a movie, here are the famous magic tricks that could somehow make you enthralled, but of course, we revealed it to your advantage. Bending a spoon. First in our list is one of the most renowned tricks. To eventually do this trick, you gotta be a fast handler. The first step in achieving this one is to hide a small silver penny in the palm of your hand. When everything is fully set to bend the spoon, hold the penny in a way that only the very edge of it can be seen. Arrange the coin accordingly on top of its hand grip, so that it'll seem like you are naturally holding the spoon. Push steadily the elliptic end of the spoon against the flat surface and attempt to make an action as if you were exerting effort into bending it. While doing this, let the grip drop from the back of your hand. Since the edge of the penny will still be visible, it will look like the spoon is actually starting to bend. How street performers levitate. If you've had the chance to wander around the splendors of our world, then you may have managed to see levitating magicians in any streets. The floating man illusion is normally done with one or two individuals. In both cases, it's set up to seem like the performer is levitating in the wind. The entire process is done by holding up his or her whole body weight with only hand strength. If it's only one performer, he or she will seem to float above a carpet in the sitting position while holding the top of a rod with his hand. To the onlooker, he'll have the strength to do this for hours on end. Indian yogis affirm to have ascertained the capabilities of this levitation. Truthfully, they've simply maneuvered to trick innocent audience by utilizing and combining both major design principles and physics. In summary, the floating man illusion is attained via the substantial installment of steel rods and plates. And although the magicians turn up to be dismissing the laws of physics, the framework is evidently stagnant and involves only 3 parts: the seat, the shaft, the plate. Moreover, there's always a rug for the plate to remain hidden, and the magician would also necessitate baggy clothing for the shaft to be invisible. Leaned over, way over. Have you seen that fascinating lean Michael Jackson did in Smooth Criminal music video? How could he defy gravity that easily? The most fantastic part is that he hadn't only done it in the video, where it could possibly be edited. He did it in his live performances as well. The answer is simple. In both settings, Michael Jackson wore custom-made shoes that attached onto a stage screw. Once hooked in, it was effortless for him to lean so far forward or way over that he could touch the ground at the stage. Pulling a rabbit out of a hat. This is possibly one of the most renowned magic tricks in the world, getting a rabbit from a hat. Rabbits are quite challenging to hide. It is not even possible to install a false compartment inside the hat where a fully grown rabbit could be inserted very easily. The solution for this mystery should be unveiled as it's quite easy to do. Hide the long-eared, short-tailed mammal from a cloth sack at the tip of the table. Aside from a cloth sack, things such as a hat and tablecloth are also needed to accomplish this trick. While the performer exhibits the perfectly empty hat, a rabbit is completely dangling from a sack beneath the tablecloth. One should be willing to undergo some sort of practice since the tough part of this trick arrives when you ascend the hat and slide the cutie one into from beneath, making the hat face to the opposite side, and then getting the rabbit out. The disappearance of the Statue of Liberty. In 1983, the magician had an unsuspected massive audience sit facing the Statue of Liberty. The people involved in the trick could certainly see the statue between the 2 huge pillars, but Copperfield secreted it in the back of a curtain later. After a few minutes, he unveiled the curtain, portraying that his sorcery was true and had made the Statue of Liberty out of sight. Here's the answer behind the trick. What the people didn't know is that they were absolutely emplaced on an immense lazy Susan. After they eventually beheld at it, there quietly and carefully rotated around the spot to where it was not visible. wouldn't they feel that they're being turned around? The answer is no, due to the fact that it was quite slow and it was made this way so that the illusion appeared in a location at night with barely little noticeable points of landmarks. Smoke from fingers. Take a matchbox and cut off the attached strikers on both sides. Set apart the existing combustible area from the cardboard lining. Clasp together the resulting strip and set it on fire. Let the strip light up, then remove it and collect the residue made by the ignition. This light phosphorus residue is what's needed to attain this kind of sorcery. Carefully rub it onto your thumb and index fingers. In order to fully make that smoke rise from fingers, rub your fingers together to make them produce smoke. In the end, be sure to wash your hands. Guessing a celebrity name. This is the kind of magic trick that can easily be done at any parties. Before you begin, jot down a piece of paper. You will choose plus a renowned celebrity's name, for example, Taylor Swift. Make sure that someone is famous enough that he or she could easily be identified by your audience. In addition, things such as hat, box, and notepad are needed to be fragments of paper in. Put the hat in the table towards you. Place the envelope beside it, saying a celebrity's name could be predicted by it. Grab your notepad and go around and ask people to mention names of celebrities. When someone calls out a name, act as if you're writing it down, but instead write the name you put in the envelope. Rip the sheet of paper, entwine, and place it inside the hat. No one should see what you wrote. Request for more names, but write the same one each time. For example, Taylor Swift. Discontinue when you have 10 or more pieces of paper in the hat and when somebody has finally mentioned the name of the celebrity in the envelope. Now ask one of your audiences to pick a piece of paper from the hat and read aloud the name. Of course, they will certainly get Taylor Swift in our example. Exaggerate that you're quite incognizant as to what name they pick. Now ask them to open the envelope and see the prediction. Voila! They got Taylor Swift. Take it up a notch. Put a photo of the chosen celebrity to make it more realistic. So now that you already know the logic behind the famous magic tricks, have you ever thought that indeed they're freaking easy, but fascinating? If so, would you do some of them in occasions? Share your thoughts down below. If you're a true top 10 lover, stay tuned as the next top 10 video is starting. Or simply watch this video next. Top 10 most dangerous animals in Asia. Do not forget to hit the like button below and click the subscribe button for more amazing videos.